February 6, 2017. Dixie Downs, Hurricane, Utah. Pair of 2-year-olds, 2015 models. On the inside, recently gelded Mineshaft out of the mare Smokey Glacken. And on the outside, a 2015 colt by Temple City out of Fridigette. It appears as if the gelding of the Mineshaft is taking effect, which is good. It was kind of being his own worst enemy, if you will. Both horses making a nice appearance today, in good health, with a good eye. Steady growth on both horses in reference to their height, their size, essentially. In comparing to the fillies that we saw earlier today, the fillies have obviously grown considerably since I was here in late November, while these two, they've grown accordingly to their age. So no big spurt with either one of these, which was good. The Temple City had some scope and size to him as far as his height when we purchased him. So I didn't really expect him to take on a big growth spurt, but I really like the fact that the Mineshaft, he's really maintained that athletic appearance. And I think now that he's gelded, that he'll most certainly show. He'll definitely show more forward movement in his training regimen now that he's able to assert himself accordingly. Mineshaft really remains on the inside, the Temple City on the outside. Once again, it's nice that they've been able to get some consistency in the amount of days they've been able to train. I believe they've been able to go for roughly 10 straight days now. Temple City's always been a smart individual. Upon when we had purchased him in Keeneland, September, he was out of an older mare, which generally, when you're looking at horses, the mares kind of get to the latter end of their broodmare career. But he seemed to have had, when we purchased him, enough substance, which gave me the confidence that from a health perspective, as far as getting the mare's milk, that there was enough sustenance there, and he was getting the proper nutrients. Because for me, he was a picture of health when we purchased him, and he's maintained his overall presence, so that's positive. And they'll be coming around their last lap here. So right around 1.75 miles with a pickup here through the turn. It's a good vantage point because you have an opportunity to see them on their lead switch coming through the turn. Generally, I would go over where the grandstand is on the flat, but I wouldn't have the opportunity to actually see the horses when they come back. It's nice to hear their breathing pattern. It's one thing I noticed about the Snappy Halo. When he came back, he didn't take a deep breath from that exercise earlier. All right, they're picking it up here, the Mineshaft on the inside and the Temple City on the outside. really think that Mineshaft colt, or gelding I should say, be careful how I say that. I really like what I'm saying from there. There's a Temple City picking it back up again. Two different horses. The Mineshaft, while he likely will be able to eventually get a distance of ground, I think on pedigree he should be a bit more precocious out of that Glacken mare, who is a stakes individual. And the Temple City kind of reminds me of a horse that I'd purchased for a client a few years back, Temple Keys, who's now earned nearly $200,000, and I purchased very reasonably. These two went a little stronger, and stronger gallop outs, if you notice, because they ended up going to the other side. I am pleased with these two, very pleased.